Actually, I wanted to make a different video today as I wanted to try out Berserker again, but didn't really find a team, so after making the Powder team, I thought, okay, the combination of Talonflame and a Bomber Snow, which are both easily to get in XL as well, as we had like spotlight hours for the Snower, we had like the winter events and several chances to get this thing in XL. Mine is not even perfectly XL, you don't even need like the best XL Pokemon of this version, as I think even a higher attack one gets better matchups than the rank 1 Bomber Snow, I'm pretty sure. So you don't really need that, and there were like a lot of opportunities where you could have got the Talonflame there. You need Incinerate, so if you haven't played the C-Day with that, you kinda definitely need to use an Elite TM for that. But yeah, we have Kingdra as well now here in this team instead of the Powder, and we also flipped the Pokemons around, so we have like the Talonflame in the lead and the Bomber Snow in the back. And yeah, this team worked really well after me losing, like, I think I went 2 and 8 in my first 2 sets with like different teams, and then I gained back basically every point again with this team. So I think I went like 4-1, 4-1 and 3-2 with this team. And yeah, it was super solid. I can highly recommend you using this. Like, it's definitely more a team that you can easily get, as you don't need XL for Kingdra as well, and like the other 2 are easier to get. And this team is like super solid. What you always kind of want to do is, if you have like a neutral lead again, you kind of want to swap out and go into your Kingdra at some point, as you kind of want to bait out the Alone Ninetales. There's a lot of people run Alone Ninetales right now, and Alone Ninetales would be really bad also for a Bomber Snow, as a Bomber Snow is not as good against this. So yeah, that's basically how you want to play this team out. And yeah, well, usually you're kind of also rely on the luck with Octazooka, which is nothing that you really always want, because like Octazooka luck is not as cool, I would say. Like, usually you kind of want to have like something that's not as luck based as Octazooka, but Octazooka can like flip every matchup basically. I think if you get 2 Divas right away against the Alone Ninetales, you can actually flip the matchup as well. But you definitely need 2. If you only get 1, that's not enough. And today was actually kind of like lucky, decently lucky. I think it was like normal percentage with the Octazooka. Usually I get like no debuffs at all. And I think times where I used 12 Octazookas in a row and didn't get a single debuff. While my opponent used, I think, like 3 or something against me, while I used the team with Kingdra and got 3 debuffs. It's just like the RNG of the game, which is okay, which is just like the case. You kind of have to expect that. Here we just lag and don't get to move. Like, it was horrible to play again. So yeah, I see a lot of people just shifting away from the game. And also, we got like new news right now where Niantic said that they're gonna reward the bonuses we got during COVID, which I think is like one of their worst ideas they ever had. And this is something that is crazy, because they had a lot of bad ideas. Like, this made the game so much more enjoyable than before. Like, just keep the instance and keep like the double radius to get to gyms and Pokestops, and like no one is hurt by that. They don't lose money for that. It just makes the game way better playable for everyone. Like, what the hell? They actually gain more money, because like no one gonna use instants now when they're at home. Like, what the hell? Why would they? And now they lose basically a lot of people with that again. Like, there's a lot of talk on Twitter. I basically said something as well on Twitter. If you haven't followed me there, you can do that if you want. And yeah, here if it's Stunfisk lead, for a Stunfisk lead, I always kind of want to go for at least 2 Incinerates and then swap out. They're never going to throw there, as they're going to throw after 7 mud shots, but you cannot retime that. So you will not catch a move, but basically all of your team can kind of deal with Stunfisk and kind of can't deal with Stunfisk. So here also make a mistake. Why did I go for the Outrage there? My opponent definitely going to shield here, so should have went for the Octazooka. It's okay though in the end, but could have been better. Yeah, just gonna go to the Talonflame to soak a bit of damage and then try to go into my Bomber Snow to farm him down, which worked out pretty well. But he gonna go into the Stunfisk again. Has a move, and like I try to overfarm a bit, but he actually has another move here, which is really bad for me. Gonna hurt a lot. No, depends what he has in the back. Can go for Weather Ball, and this gonna kill this thing, and my opponent has a Gallade. It's looking tough right now. We go for the Energy Ball. Does a lot of damage though. We can go for the Flame Charge. And what we have to do now is, like, I don't know, hope that we can farm him down in time. And if we can survive this move, which is Leaf Blade, we're gonna be able to win this game by farming down the Gallade there. Really well played there from my opponent. He had to no-shield against Abomasnow, there was no other play for him, so we're kind of lucky. Against Obstacle League, most of the time what I want to do is go for the Brave Bird and dip. Even though you resist the counter damage there, it's not the best matchup, and you kind of get a lot of damage there anyway, and most of them have a Ninetales in the back, and you have to get the Ninetales out of the way for the Abomasnow. So just going into the Kingdra there, try to Octazooka the Ninetales, maybe get some debuffs before leaving, which we're gonna get here. And then we can get more energy again with the Talonflame and avoid this Pokemon with our Abomasnow anyway, so I think this is a solid strategy, just like go for the Brave Bird and swap out again. And now we actually try to get like catch the move here, which I think kind of worked out. He goes into the Ninetales, which is fine for me. I go for one extra here, go for the Brave Bird, get one shield, and I can go for another Brave Bird. I actually get there with like 1 HP and him being in the middle of a move, but it was enough to get there. And now we have our Abomasnow lined up perfectly against this Jellicent. I'm gonna go for the shield, he goes for the Shadow Ball, and Abomasnow gonna go to town right now. We're gonna mostly get a 3 KOs from this Abomasnow. Okay, my opponent goes into Obsidian, still gonna be close though. Oh no. But we can farm this thing down. Now I expect the Ninetales to come back in, so I'm just gonna hammer the Weather Ball here, because Ninetales had some energy still stored. And we can KO this thing, and now the only thing that is left is Jellicent. We can go for the Energy Ball, and he just destroyed 3 Pokemon in a row with the Abomasnow there. Good game there. Next opponent, we're gonna have Dragonite Lead. Dragonite Lead is like one of the worst possible leads you can face. As you kind of don't want to face it with the Kingdra, at least Shadow you're gonna be able to farm down in the 1 shields. But yeah, Dragonite Lead is really bad for the Talonflame in general. You could argue to stay in and go for 1 Brave Bird, but also not really the best play all the time. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to deal with them, but at least our Abomasnow in the back can deal with them if we can align them perfectly fine there. But we're just gonna go for 1 move here and try to go into Abomasnow to get some extra energy there. And here we're gonna go into the Jellicent. You're gonna go into the Jellicent. We're gonna try to bait him here, as we kind of expect him to shield a lot of the moves here. And he double shields, we get the debuff, which is really good for us, because now we kinda, oh, he gets the, that's actually super annoying now. We kinda get him into range of 1 Brave Bird as well, but if he didn't bait us there, we would have been in such a good spot. We have to go for the Brave Bird right now. We have to hope that this is gonna KO, and we might have a chance still, and it does not KO us. We can still get the extra move in there, but he goes for the Shadow Ball right now, which is gonna be able to put us to 1 HP, and the Dragonite gonna finish us off, so good game there. Next opponent has a Ninetales lead. I saw a lot of Ninetales leads today. And my opponent goes into Politoed. I'm just gonna go straight for the Energy Ball here, and we're gonna get some lag again. And this Energy Ball, he gonna shield. So what I expect him to do is throw a Blizzard at this point, otherwise he will not shield us from the Politoed. And so I'm just gonna shield as well. Gonna roll from a bit, go for the Energy Ball. And this should KO this Politoed, which is really good for me. He goes back into the Ninetales. We have a lot of health still left. We can go for Energy Balls all day long. And we can align our Pokemon perfectly fine. If he has a Charmer on the back, we are fighting with the Talonflame as well, which I don't expect him to have a Charmer on the back if you already lead with the Ninetales. And if he has something else in the back, we still have our, what's it called? Kingdra. So there is nothing really my opponent can do here. My opponent gonna have a Swampert in the back. I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird to get some extra damage or to get his last shield. And now we can swap into the Kingdra and go for the Outrage and gonna be able to KO this thing. I'm just gonna shield the first one. It's an Earthquake, and yeah, this is game over at this point. But this was also like kinda hard counter, which was like nothing my opponent could have done there. Good game there. Next opponent, we're gonna have Talonflame against the Bronzong. It's not even the best matchup, because Bronzong does a lot of damage with like the confusion damage alone. So Flame Charge is actually gonna survive. I'm also gonna survive up Psyshock, so I'm not gonna shield here. Expecting him not to have a Charmer in the back, and here I kind of swap out really late. I hope my opponent goes for the Outrage here, because then we are in a okay spot, and my opponent goes for that, so I can go for the Weather Ball there, farm a bit extra, farm a bit over as well, but I don't want to farm as much over because I was kind of afraid of the potential Octazooka there. And my opponent goes into Bronzong. We're gonna be able to go for Weather Ball here. There's Weather Ball gonna KO at this range. He got a no shield, and my opponent has a Scrafty in the back. At this point, that's kinda difficult for us, but he let us go, which is like super good for us, as we can just go into the Kingdra, and Kingdra is known for the good Dragon Breath damage. I knew that my opponent threw their charge move there after 5 moves, so what we can do here is try to get the debuff. If you don't get that, it's also fine. Now he might be at the foul place, so we have to shield. It's a power punch, so it's fine bait from my opponent. Goes to another move. I think that's also only a power punch based on the counters he did, and we're gonna be able to win this game with all our 3 monsters alive. Next opponent, Abomasnow lead, is actually not the best for the Talonflame, which is crazy. You cannot just farm him down or anything like that. You have to throw your move. And my opponent goes into Togekiss. It's crazy to see a Togekiss actually, and then see a Togekiss as a safe swap. We can go into our own Abomasnow. He goes into Scrafty. This team just didn't make any sense at all. I don't know what my opponent tried to do there with this team. Like, he has no answer for Talonflame with this team. It's crazy. But yeah, we can just go into our Kingdra now, as we know what he has in the bag. And now, because he went for the Acid Spray, I actually have to go into my Talonflame and try to KO him here with this thing. He goes for another Acid Spray, which is interesting. I can go for the Flame Jet. This is going to be enough to KO this Pokemon, and we're going to be able to win this game because we can just farm down the Abomasnow with our Kingdra at the end. He actually surrenders. Good game there. Next opponent, we're gonna have Obstagoon in the lead again. I think I played this differently. Like, what I definitely recommend you here is just Brave Bird and Dip. There's nothing which you can do which is better. I actually do. Okay, I go for the Brave Bird and Dip. You can go for one extra move. You weren't gonna get to another move before. And having some extra energy on Talonflame is always nice. He's super low. He's gonna stay in here. Gives us extra farm, which is super good for us. Goes into Nidoqueen. That's not the best answer for Kingdra here. We can go for the Octazooka and get the attack debuff. It's just looking really well for us. Poison Fang doesn't do as much. He has a Jealous in the deck, which is good for him, and we get some lag here. I see so many Jealouses right now, it's just so crazy. Should play more around Umbreon. Maybe I'm gonna build a new Umbreon team or something. I don't know. Here my opponent can go for every move he wants. He goes for Bubble Beam, tries to bait me, doesn't really do anything for him. Or you can just go straight for the Weather Balls at this point, and yeah, this is gonna be a good game. I hope my opponent just gonna let this go. He is not. He still believes that he can win this. I don't believe so, so this is gonna be a good game there. And we're gonna actually see something funny here. I go for the move because this move gonna be able to KO him, because a move that got shielded from the opponent still gonna take 1 damage at the Pokemon there, and he had just exactly 1 HP there. So this is kind of funny. Here, last battle against the Nut93, also a fellow streamer, and yeah, this was not the best battle. And maybe I should have also tried to go to like 100 energy in the beginning, as the Brave Bird does not KO him anyway there. I still got the shield, which is fine, but now it goes into the Alone Ninetales there, and he always runs triple XL, so kinda always not really want to see what he has in the deck. Most likely something really broken again. He can farm me down here, which is crazy. I can at least get to 1 extra Incinerate here and get some more energy. And he's gonna have a Dragalge in the back. I have to go into my Abomasnow here, but you're gonna see how good Abomasnow actually is still against the Talonflame. It's a fire type, but still, if you play it right, you can win this matchup, which is crazy. And yeah, I'm playing it right here, so I can just like go for my move and farm him down at this point. But this won't be enough to KO the Dragalge. This Brave Bird won't KO him because it's so super bulky. And that's gonna be it for me for this video. I hope I see you in the next video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.